All right, cheers to our first 1800s of the day. Destination of this train is Harvard.
To be honest with you, mommy, that's not how that stuff works. You get a date.
Hello, welcome back. So we had some.
Next stop, Quincy Center, I'll go on the left.
Yeah, so this is probably the only 1800 on the Braintree branch because this is literally today the first one I saw an actual person. So yeah, I had to do something during my other stream. So apologies for that. Yeah, all the trains that have digital displays are assigned to Harvard. I want to see the 1900s signed up as Harvard. Also, the 15, 16, and 17s have the Harvard Rose sign. Because like a lot of these cars. So NAFIS has a question. So NAFIS says, "What do you mean by saying using the commuter rail as an alternative from Harvard to Airway?" So just to clarify, you can take the commuter rail from North Station to Porter for free during the Red Line shutdown. Adler says, "Is the 1900s running?" Maybe. I don't have a tracker on me. So Valine says, "What train is this?" This is a Harvard-bound, northbound train on the Braintree branch. I was about to say, like, this is like it's now like 1985, but these things were built after. So yes, they're actually running shuttle buses. I forgot to mention that they took shuttle buses because when I was recording this, my train was coming in and I had to make it sweet, quick and sweet.
Quincy Center goes up to the line.
So Adner says there's no 19 series running. So oh well, womp womp. And Nafis says, "Do you think the winter contingency fleet will retire?" I think so. I think that's if they don't break down and have catastrophic failures. I'm actually surprised that 675 was actually retired. Brakes sounded wonky, but they ran good. On the other hand, 651 clunked out on Russian Italian Transit Master, Yoshi and I the other day. So I don't know. But yeah, as long as the bus lasts, I think if they have catastrophic engine failures, then they'll take them out. So Abner says he saw the 890 bus on the 39. So yeah, even though it's not snowing, I think there will still bus operators can use the buses on the 39. Those buses on the 39. I think it's operator preference. This I actually caught bus number 881 on the 28th. So there's about an hour-long live stream because the traffic was really bad that day. Yeah, I think 608 may not be retired, but I think 613 and 711 will be preserved. Yeah, so we're planning on taking this to Park Street. pending crowding and pending everything. If it says, do you think Albany will ever have a 2008, 2014, or 3300s? I think Albany already had the 2008s at one point. 2014 is probably unlikely because they have the 3200 series in place, so they might as well keep them there. 3300s. So 3300s are the same thing as 3200s. It's the same bus, but since there are 160 of them, numbering had to continue until the 33 series, so it overlapped. And this happens that 3299 is the last bus at Albany, and 3300 is the first bus at Lynn. Same order, but different numbering. Same everything. But I think for Lynn has 40 2014s left. Yeah, so Albany will not be touched ever again, I guess, for buses. And for Quincy, now that the experimental battery buses are coming out this summer, so keep an eye out for them. So they're going to be sending 10 units, 5 with left-hand doors and 5 with standard. And I heard like they might have fancy onboard screens, so this will be a big upgrade for Quincy users. Plus, even though we're the last rush to have diesel buses, we'll be the first garage after the construction is complete to have brand new electric buses. So we will have old and new side by side. And the Quincy garage, current Quincy garage, will be sold back. Will actually be sold to Quincy to be used as a landmark use. Now we have another Pullman. Alright, Braintree Park Street. Well, that sign is technically accurate after 8:45 tonight. But yeah, I want to see what signage to use. Trying to look for trains with the Harvard sign. Braintree Park Street, that's correct. After 8:45, Braintree Alewife. No passengers up to down, Braintree Alewife. Yeah, so the Alewife. The MBTA plans for electric buses in the future. Yeah, that's their eventual plan. Then after Quincy, they're going to tackle Broadway, and North Cambridge is being converted to an electric bus facility right now. But we have to specify that trolley bus electric and battery electric are two different things. One runs on lithium, the other runs on cables. So I think the T used Cambridge roadwork as in an excuse or reason or justification to get rid of all the trackless trolleys, which realistically shouldn't have happened until 2024. Because when I visited, I went on 71 with a few of my friends, with a few of fellow rail fanners. I did not see any work that will obstruct the road, but I didn't take the 73 to Waverly yet. All the way to Waverly. Yeah, overall, just so no red line. The red line's running pretty smooth right now. Only delays. There are no mechanical failures today. Only delays that are present are the delays relating to the track diversion project. So that's good in a sense. Yeah, I guess just because they have passenger scanners doesn't mean it's going to be kept in service. So yeah, 696 has been retired and 675 has been retired. I'm just as surprised as you that 675 got retired. Well, it was one of my favorites, but now it's gone. Oh well.
Next stop is JFK, past
Now we have about 5 more left. All buses have security cameras. The last buses to retire without the security cameras are the neoplanes. And the last neoplane was retired back in late June of 2023. So now our train is running at 40 miles per hour. But this morning, my one had an issue where it can only get up to 30. The 1800s are more resilient, much stronger, even though they're receiving a rebuild. But they're also prone to breaking down due to not having a rebuild. But I've seen that a few 1800s may now have LED lights. So NAFA says, I think the MBTA may transfer some 3300s from Lynn to Albany because they can't load Lynn with 130 buses. So that wouldn't make sense. I don't think the 2014s and 15s will go back to Lynn. Wanna know why? Because they want to assign the older buses to part-time garages. Because it's like less wear and tear, more reliability, with the exception of Albany. Theoretically, if Quincy had the capacity to handle hybrid buses, they would have sent the 3200s to us. 100 or so. Then our buses would have gone to Albany, where they would be there for the rest of their lives. Because neoplans from Albany and Fellsway they were only assigned to Albany and Fellsway. Thus they were part-time garages. And thus they want to run older buses on part-time garages due to less wear and tear. But there's an exception to the old CNG buses. The older CNG buses, the NEBIs, can only run at garages with CNG tanks, so that wasn't an option. Plus, Albany didn't have the capacity to handle Cabot operations during the weekend, so Cabot ran as is. So, Adner were going to Park Street. Oh, Trans Defender has changed his profile. Good for you. Then 2008 won't get back. It really depends. I think the contingency fleet will stay as is. Because that's what they did to the neoplanes. The buses would not get transferred back properly. So it would be as extra buses. That's what happened to the neoplans. Because Lynn is overcrowded with brand new buses. And thus, the 5 D40LFs at Fellsway could easily be withdrawn like this. So I think they just cheese is getting the last of the juices that remain in them. then since we already have two buses set aside for preservation, 711 and 613, they'll probably use those last buses till there's no more life in them, then send them off to scrap to Costello's. But yeah, so there's currently 5 buses that are waiting scrap. The other 2 are being preserved, presumably. 1700s are my favorite train. Yeah, I like those 2. They have their bing bongs in the Pullmans. Yeah, but Mr. TJ says the 1800 is going fast. Yes, we were going fast at 40 miles per hour, but now we reduced our speed down to 12 miles per hour. Yeah, meal plans, they ran the good services. But technically, we have 2 preserved, 415, 451. There were rail incident coordination operations buses. So, fun fact, RTS 309 was one of those buses too. Then they got preserved. Same thing could happen with the Neo plan. They wanted them to either what could happen. We're going to either have 450 be preserved for the T and 451 be sent up to Seashore or some other museum entity. Because I don't think at this point they'll scrap those 2, because those are the only 2 left in existence. And they also have DMA number 1120 still sitting at Southampton. So we'll not be getting at going to Alewife. We'll be doing this shuttle bus shuffle maybe later this week, depending on time. But most likely prepare for something on Friday. You'll do the full shuttle bus shuffle. Then we can do our Porter alternative. Probably Porter first, because the commuter rail doesn't run as frequently as the Red Line. So we'll figure that out. So Nafis says he has seen got fastened. Actually, I thought that was an Ashwell. That's actually another commuter rail. The 2 commuter rails came when the one Red Line did. Oh well. Anywho. Yes, so Fellows Way housed the decommissioned CNG buses due to their, they had a lot of space. But unfortunately, no MBTA and NABA buses were preserved. So yeah, that will be the end of them. Anywho, but yeah. However, there are those types of buses. There's still some in the world. Lots of them actually exist, but for different agencies. The only way for them to actually restore one of them is to grab a random NABI bus. We gotta have, preferably with a Cummins as, no, actually, it doesn't have to be a C 8.3. It could be a Cummins C+, because rare engines and parts are hard to come upon these days, so you need to take into consideration. Plus, the 2 engines sound very similar to each other. And just paint one of those into MBTA colors, or just do some engine work if it comes with a Detroit Diesel 50. And you can do the same thing with the C40LF. It doesn't have to. You just have to have at least a Detroit Diesel 50G engine or a Cummins C+ engine and a really skilled mechanic. And yeah, paint, parts, and possibly new CNG tanks. But other than that, everything should work in accordance. But anyway, that's just another story for another day. So, NAFIS predicts that the XE40s will replace their winter contingency fleet of 2008. Not exactly. So, we're only getting 10 buses as test buses this year. So, after the 10 buses, 10 buses will not replace anything. They'll be used as demo units. Then in 2025, what's going to happen is that North Cambridge will be complete. And then some of my educated guess is that North Cambridge will complete. I will leave Charlestown some extra surplus buses. Then those extra buses from Charlestown can replace other buses from Fellsway.
Stop, Andrew. Doors open on the right.
What's probably going to happen is that some Charlestown buses may get transferred to Lynn. Preferably the 3100 series will probably get transferred to Lynn because they're no longer needed for the 71 and 73 services. And plus, since North Cambridge has more of the buses with left-hand doors, those buses can now take over the routes like the 96 and whatnot. Then the buses from Charlestown can go up to Lynn, probably some 3100 series. Then those buses will displace another large amount of 2014 Excelsiors to be pushed back into Fellsway. And then some of those can replace some D4LFs over there, or push them further into the contingency fleet. And for Quincy, I think half of the fleet will be done away with because we're getting 48 buses, so 80 doesn't equal 155. So another surplus order will have to be placed. So 80, 80, 160. So another order of 60 buses, or 80, or another order of 80 buses will have to be placed in order to replace the full D4LF fleet. It will probably become a hybrid order. So yeah, that's what basically what's going to happen, or what could happen with the electric buses that we will get in 2025. So the 2026 plan will have the buses go to Quincy. About 48 of the worst condition D4LFs can be retired. Or what they can do is transfer some 3200s from Albany and have some 2008s go into the contingency fleet at Albany. Or just have the D4LFs, if you don't want to move a lot of free love around, just have D4LFs run in Quincy and Fellsway until you have the replacements. Probably the new replacements will be sent to Lynn. Then have the all remaining XTE 48s from 2014, push all the 2008s out. Then the new buses will go directly to Quincy. Then yeah, that's how the 2008s will go be gonzo. Let's check. So yeah. So gotta check my chat after my lecture. So the T updated the trail scrap list. So 14 and 15 got scrapped. Oh well. Then they have the 1 decommissioned Neoplan for 460 LF CNG. Yes, I'm aware of the 4 NABI CNGs. I thought those were going to get preserved, but nah. Joe Noble says that it was an admin on PTA, so that's good. That's good. So congratulations. So the XE60s, only 5 of those exist.
Stop. Broadway. Doors open on the left.
Only 5 of those exist. And let's check for time. All right, making good time. And yeah, only they can be run on the civil line. But if the T wants to replace the LFRs, they could consider getting XE40s or the 28. You might as well replace the 2016s at the same time to make the fleet more uniform. Yeah, so Nafa says check out the 1200s moving around Wellington for training. Yeah, I might die one day. But yeah. Hold on, I just need to check something, so I'll be right back. Hold on tight. Plus, we're going to be going through a slow zone, so I need to check for train status and whatnot. So, hang on tight. Alright, so change of plan. So, I'm going to be getting off at South Station. Then we might do another stream for the show about Shuffle. Yeah, that's when I'm going to cut off before South Station. But yeah. Yeah, I remember the AM460 CNGs, and they made a picture of one of them. No, I actually got a privilege to catch your RTS number 375 at Quincy Center. Now that bus is long scrapped. But yeah, overall. So Nafis says, what are your guesses for the 1200s right now? But I guess that 12s could be used for revenue service one day because you have enough trains to train on the CRC trains. So if you're going to teach a new generation of motor person, you're gonna use the CRCs because if they're never going to get the 12s, that means the 12s will be obsolete and not be there. But anywho, they should reconsider running the 12s. You don't really need 48 trains to train a few people. But yeah, I think they'll probably be kept for either work or revenue. And I'm surprised. So they stopped paused the scrapping process. They should have to do a train to Blue Line. I think Blue Line is just fine as it is. Because you have to like retrofit a pantograph on the top in order for it to run properly, so that'll be another lot of work. No, I think CRC has been banned this season of the company because the CRC should have delivered all cars by now. But yeah, here we are. We still have 1800s, 1600s. Not complaining about their present, but CRC is not doing a great job of delivering. But anywho, guess I'll be running for the next commuter rail train. So yeah, this is my spiel. My little lecture about life and whatnot. So there's no buffoonery, it's a peaceful train ride. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Have a nice day. Another stand-up Pullman, alright? Have a nice day and see you in the next stream.